People who were accusing him maybe had a financial incentive. Maybe some of those accusers willingly participated in freak-offs. But I'm not sure you need all of the evidence to convict him to just get a warrant. All you need is probable cause, and I think they probably had enough here.
A lot of people have been saying this when they see him out at events with Hailey at times. Well, Hailey and Justin are not immune to this. They have seen a lot of this, and they say that fans have this all wrong.
It's been a whirlwind of concern and confusion surrounding Justin Bieber lately. From his gaunt and hollow-eyed appearances in New York to the whispers of trouble in his marriage, fans and friends alike are left wondering, what on earth is going on with the once unstoppable global phenomenon who captured hearts with his boyish charm and infectious hits? These days, Justin looks far from the radiant teen idol the world fell in love with. But could his current struggles be tied to something far more sinister, something buried deep in his past, involving one of the most controversial figures in music? Let's dive in.
But yeah, first time I smoked, I don't suggest this, but I was 13. Yeah, 13, 12 or 13.
Justin was recently spotted in New York City, and the images that surfaced online painted a shocking picture. With his trademark cap absent and a freshly shaved head, he looked almost unrecognizable. His oversized yellow hoodie seemed to swallow his now noticeably thinner frame, and the distracted look in his eyes sparked a frenzy of speculation. Social media was quick to explode, with fans expressing everything from heartfelt concern to outright alarm. "He looks like he's carrying the weight of the world," one fan commented. Others wondered if this was a cry for help.
Fans have been very concerned about Justin Bieber after some photos and videos in the last few weeks, and their concern in seeing images like this is thinking that perhaps he is in the middle of some binge. That's what the buzz has been.
Those close to Justin reportedly share the public's unease. Insiders have described his mental state as fragile and deeply worrying, hinting at a downward spiral that even his closest friends fear they can't pull him out of. One source told Radar Online, "He's rich, he's famous, but he's been robbed of what a normal life should be. It's like he's lost touch with what it means to just live." These words are chilling, especially given Justin's history of grappling with the pressures of fame. But what's even more alarming are the whispers that his current state might be linked to unresolved shadows from his past.
Yeah, so I actually spoke to the Bieber's rep, who told us on record that any narrative about him doing is just absolutely not true, and just that it's ridiculous. And here's the thing, like, he's had a very transformative year. He started off the year disassociating himself with people that no longer served him in his life. You know, we saw him unfollowing a bunch of people that he used to be close with.
And then there's the chatter about his marriage to Hailey Baldwin. From the outside, they've often been lauded as a picture-perfect couple, but recent rumors suggest cracks in their seemingly solid foundation. The pair, who tied the knot in 2018, have faced their fair share of public scrutiny over the years, but lately, the gossip has reached a fever pitch. Reports suggest they may not have spent Christmas together last year, and Hailey's cryptic Instagram activity hasn't exactly helped to quell the rumors. One post, in particular, featuring a laughing man repeating the phrase, "You're not well, and it's oak," set tongues wagging. Was she addressing Justin, the public, the media? No one knows for sure, but it's hard to ignore the timing.
I feel like a lot of people began questioning Justin Bieber when he got connected with the whole Diddy situation. But we have to remember, Justin has always been like a positive light. So the fact that people are making his personality in connection to now, I feel like it's sad. He should be able to be outside and be happy. I was actually more worried when we weren't seeing him outside.
Yet, the speculation doesn't stop there. Many believe that Justin's struggles go far beyond marital discord. His troubled expression and withdrawn demeanor have led some to draw comparisons to other former child stars like Britney Spears and Amanda Bynes, both of whom have faced their own battles with mental health. Could Justin be on a similar path? His friends reportedly fear he might be, and what he's been through is no small thing. Let's not forget that Justin was thrust into the limelight as a teenager, discovered on YouTube, and catapulted to international fame almost overnight. While millions of fans screamed his name, there was a darker side to his meteoric rise. There were the relentless tours, the media scrutiny, and the inevitable mistakes made under the unforgiving glare of the public eye. He was barely old enough to vote, yet he was tasked with carrying the expectations of an entire generation. And then there's the matter of Sean Diddy Combs. Yes, the music mogul who is currently making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Justin first crossed paths with Diddy when he was just a teenager, and their relationship has been the subject of much speculation ever since. A resurfaced video from years ago has only added fuel to the fire. In the clip, Diddy describes spending time with a young Justin as a 15-year-old's dream, though he's quick to add that what they did together can't really be disclosed. The vague nature of these comments has left many guessing, and the guesses aren't pretty.
Yeah, look, I mean, the raids were a centerpiece of the evidence that was gathered by the prosecution in putting together their case. So if they win this motion to suppress all that evidence, it really would present a sort of insurmountable hurdle for the prosecutors to bring their case. I think it might be a long shot, though. They're saying that the evidence put forth in these warrant requests presented a grossly distorted picture of reality and that it didn't present a full picture of what Diddy was doing.
Insiders say that Justin has been deeply affected by the recent allegations surrounding Diddy, who now faces a long list of criminal charges, including exploitation and coercion. Though Justin hasn't publicly commented on the situation, sources claim that just hearing Diddy's name is enough to make him visibly upset.
We are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
And if the rumors are true, the connection between Justin and Diddy may have been more than just professional. Some speculate that Justin's time with the mogul was marked by events that were far from the glitz and glamour you'd expect from an industry mentor. A day described by Diddy as a 15-year-old's dream has taken on a much darker tone in hindsight, with many wondering what exactly transpired during that time. And let's not forget the wild parties that Diddy was known for hosting. Khloe Kardashian once let slip during an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she had seen Justin at one such event, where the atmosphere was anything but innocent. At the time, Justin would have been just 20 years old. All of this begs the question, how much of Justin's current state can be traced back to his experiences with Diddy? Was he merely a young star caught up in the whirlwind of fame? Or was there something more sinister at play? The resurfaced video, along with Diddy's ongoing legal battles, has certainly reignited these questions. And while Justin has made no allegations against Diddy, his recent decision to unfollow the mogul on social media speaks volumes. It's a silent but powerful way of cutting ties, and it hasn't gone unnoticed by fans or the media.
Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the shoe have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there.
Meanwhile, Justin's friends are reportedly urging him to open up about his experiences, but it's clear that whatever he's dealing with isn't easy to talk about. He's a pretty lonely guy, said one source. Despite all the people around him, he doesn't really have anyone he can truly confide in. This loneliness only adds to the concern, especially given the parallels being drawn between Justin and other troubled stars who struggle to navigate the dark side of fame. So, where does this leave Justin Bieber? Is he just going through a rough patch, or is there something much deeper at play? As fans continue to speculate, one thing is clear: the world is watching, hoping that the once bright star can find his way back to the light. But with so many questions left unanswered, the mystery surrounding Justin's current state only deepens. And as we turn our attention to Sean Diddy Combs and his mounting legal troubles, the connection between these two figures becomes impossible to ignore. Could Justin's story be the key to uncovering the truth about Diddy's past? Or is it another chapter in a saga that's far from over?
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment, as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
The story surrounding Sean Diddy Combs is nothing short of a ticking time bomb, and it's exploding in ways no one could have predicted. While Justin Bieber's personal struggles seem to be drawing an undeniable connection to his time around the music mogul, Diddy himself currently finds his empire crumbling under the weight of allegations that have left both fans and critics stunned. What's happening to the man once hailed as a kingmaker in the music industry? And how is his downfall exposing an even darker web of secrets, lies, and betrayals? Diddy's legal troubles began brewing long before the public caught wind of them, but the storm truly broke in September 2024 when federal agents arrested him in New York. The charges against him are jaw-dropping. Accusations of orchestrating a wide-reaching operation involving coercion, intimidation, and exploitation. And if that wasn't enough, the indictment claims he used his influence and resources to manipulate and control those around him, creating an environment where his whims were law. It's the kind of scandal that feels ripped straight from a Hollywood thriller.
This is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
The details of the charges are as disturbing as they are complex. Federal prosecutors allege that Diddy's actions were part of a calculated and sinister enterprise. According to reports, he surrounded himself with an entourage of enablers who carried out his directives, ensuring his every desire was met. These allegations include forcing individuals into situations they couldn't escape, all while maintaining an image of glitz and glamour. For years, the public only saw high-profile collaborations. Behind the scenes, however, a much darker narrative was reportedly unfolding. Diddy's arrest was anything but low-key. Federal agents conducted dramatic raids on his properties in Los Angeles and Miami, seizing a treasure trove of potential evidence. From personal devices to private recordings, the sheer scope of what investigators uncovered suggests that the case against him could be monumental. His legal team, of course, has been working overtime to challenge the validity of these raids. They've argued that the search warrants were overly broad and that the government deliberately omitted context that could have painted a different picture. But so far, their attempts to suppress this evidence have fallen flat.
It's a question of that, but when you read through the indictment, it's pretty clear who could be indicted as a co-conspirator. Right now, there are people in the indictment who would be considered unnamed co-conspirators, but clearly have played a role in this conspiracy. And I think prosecutors have some big leverage on them because they're hoping that they testify against Diddy as prosecution witnesses.
One of the most shocking revelations to come out of this case is the sheer number of people who have come forward with their own stories. As the legal floodgates opened, more than 100 individuals reportedly filed lawsuits against Diddy, alleging everything from exploitation to threats of violence. These accusations span decades, with some claims dating back to the 1990s. It seems that as soon as one allegation is made public, another takes its place, creating a domino effect that Diddy's legal team is struggling to contain. The sheer magnitude of these allegations has left the entertainment world reeling. Industry insiders say that people who were once part of Diddy's inner circle are now scrambling to distance themselves, fearing their association with him could tarnish their own reputations. Even longtime collaborators who benefited from his influence are reportedly keeping quiet, perhaps hoping to avoid being dragged into the chaos. This silence from those who previously praised him as a pioneer speaks volumes about how much the tide has turned against Diddy in recent months.
It's getting hot. Yeah, it absolutely is. Another layer to this story, Anne-Marie. A federal investigation into Combs has been ongoing, but he has not been charged with a crime.
Adding to the shock is the involvement of high-profile celebrities who've been indirectly linked to the case. Rumors are swirling about who might be called to testify, and several prominent figures have allegedly been contacted by investigators. Some have denied any connection, while others have chosen to remain silent, fueling speculation about the true extent of Diddy's influence and the secrets he may have kept hidden for years. The mounting legal pressure has not only exposed Diddy's alleged actions, but has also cast a shadow over some of the biggest names in the entertainment world, leaving fans stunned and questioning how deep the scandal truly runs.
What we saw in that video totally eviscerated his credibility.
Meanwhile, the public's fascination with the case has only grown, with social media turning into a virtual courtroom where everyone has an opinion. Hashtags calling for justice continue to trend as fans and critics alike dissect every new piece of information that comes to light. Some are calling this the biggest scandal to hit the music industry in decades, comparing it to other notorious cases that rocked Hollywood. The anticipation for the upcoming trial is palpable, with many believing it could be a watershed moment that forever changes the way the industry operates. Among the most high-profile accusations are those made by Cassie Ventura, a singer and former partner of Diddy. Her lawsuit, which was settled almost immediately after it was filed, painted a grim picture of her time with the music mogul. Although the settlement's terms remain confidential, the speed at which it was resolved has left many wondering what Diddy might be trying to hide. And Cassie isn't alone. Over the past year, numerous other women have come forward, each with stories that add weight to the growing pile of allegations. Yet, it's not just women who have spoken out. Men within Diddy's inner circle have also claimed they were subjected to his manipulative behavior, further complicating the narrative.
And there has been a lot going on. Since November, there have been 8 civil lawsuits filed against Diddy. 7 of them accuse him of sexual assault.
If the allegations weren't enough to tarnish Diddy's reputation, his behavior, since being incarcerated, certainly hasn't helped his case. Prosecutors have accused him of attempting to manipulate witnesses from behind bars. Using phones smuggled in by fellow inmates, Diddy allegedly orchestrated elaborate schemes to control the narrative and discredit his accusers. These actions have only reinforced concerns that he poses a significant risk to the integrity of the ongoing investigation. As a result, 3 separate judges have denied him bail, despite his legal team's repeated attempts to secure his release. The courtroom drama doesn't end there. One of Diddy's own lawyers recently made headlines by stepping down from the defense team, citing an inability to continue representing him effectively. While the reasons remain shrouded in mystery, the move has only added to the perception that Diddy's case is spiraling out of control. Even with a team of high-powered attorneys at his side, the cracks in his defense are becoming increasingly visible.
Yeah, but so there's still, I mean, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Like, I mean, everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
But what does all of this mean for Justin Bieber? It's clear that the ongoing saga surrounding Diddy has had a profound impact on the pop star. Sources close to Justin have revealed that he's been advised to distance himself as much as possible from the embattled mogul. This is no small feat, considering the rumors that Justin may be called upon to testify in the case. The thought of taking the stand has reportedly left him shaken, with insiders describing him as deeply conflicted. While Justin hasn't made any public statements about Diddy's legal troubles, his recent actions, like unfollowing Diddy on social media, speak volumes.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
The connection between Justin and Diddy remains a subject of intense speculation. Some believe that Justin's time around the mogul left lasting scars that he's only now beginning to confront. Others wonder if Justin holds key information that could shed light on Diddy's alleged actions. Whatever the case, it's clear that their relationship is far more complicated than anyone initially realized. As the legal battles rage on, the fallout from Diddy's downfall continues to reverberate throughout the entertainment industry. Major brands and collaborators have quietly distanced themselves from him, and projects tied to his name have been unceremoniously shelved. Even his once loyal allies are beginning to reconsider their ties to the man who was once at the top of his game. It's a striking fall from grace for someone who was once regarded as a trailblazer in music and business.
That fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching
The question now is whether Diddy's empire can survive this storm. With each new allegation, the walls seem to close in a little tighter. And as more people come forward, it's becoming increasingly unlikely that he'll emerge from this unscathed. For Justin Bieber, the ordeal serves as a stark reminder of the darker side of fame, a world where power and influence can sometimes come at an unimaginable cost. But the story is far from over. As Diddy prepares for his upcoming trial, the stakes couldn't be higher. For Justin, for his accusers, and for the countless others whose lives have been touched by this unfolding drama, the truth remains elusive. What we do know is that the next chapter in this saga promises to be just as explosive as the last. The question is, who will be left standing when the dust finally settles? Let us know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding drama. This story is far from over, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned.